Welcome to this week's edition of the Pete Mezzetti Show. I'm Pete Mezzetti. My guest this evening is Tony Sharillo from the Valley Shore YMCA. Tony, welcome. How are you, my friend?
Thank you so much for having me on here. I'm
welcome.
Well, thank you.
Thanks for coming down. Thanks for coming down. I'm great. Thanks. So, Tony, tell us a little bit about yourself and exactly what you do for the Y.
Yeah, so I've been with the Valley Shore Y since 2015.
Okay.
Currently the Director of Operations and oversee, all the program departments of the Y and just make sure that the building is still there and our operations are still running and getting things done.
Well, the building is still there, I'm assuming?
Yes, we're still there right
Excellent.
Yeah.
Now, how did you guys handle the pandemic from when it first started to where we are now?
Yeah, that was a pretty challenging time for us.
It was.
We decided to close, actually. I remember it was like a Tuesday, we had a staff meeting, we were talking about the pandemic, and so that must have been March 12th, and we were talking about or I'm sorry, the 11th, and we were talking about like, okay, what's the impact going to be and what should we do? And I remember by that Friday, we were like, I think we need to close down. And then the state closed, would have closed all the facilities down on the 16th, starting on the 16th anyway.
Yeah.
So we were just like a couple days ahead of that mandate. And then we were closed for 93 days, and so that had a pretty significant impact on us. And so, being a mission-driven organization, we didn't think it was right to continue to charge folks for memberships when we could not provide most of our services. So we did try to, reorganize and started to offer a lot of virtual programming. Mm-hmm. So we had daily virtual workouts, about 4 a day. And we're one of the first Ys to roll that out and email all of our members and former members our schedule and try to get them engaged. We also did things like we had a virtual scavenger hunt in which we had folks participate from all over the world, as a matter of fact. We had over 400 people participate, or 400 families connect and participate in this virtual scavenger hunt. But that was a pretty neat activity. And then we also did other youth programmings and things like that during that time we were closed. We were able to reopen on June 20th and in some limited capacity. And so, with a lot of safety measures in place, plexiglass up on the front desk, masks, social distancing. We had to close the locker rooms for some time. Showers weren't available. Right. But we were able to get lap swimming back going and our group exercise classes in the gymnasium because it's such a large space with a high ceiling going and everything. And just rebuilding from there, and so we're still in the rebuild mode, but we're plugging along, and every month we get a little bit stronger.
And from what is the mission of the YMCA?
Well, our membership rates are age dependent and family situated dependent. So we do have memberships for youth, and so for a child under the age of 18 and under, it's $21 a month. Okay. Then we have a young adult or a teen membership for those who are 18 to 20. Youth is 13 and under. Then we have our teen from 13 to 18. Okay. And it's just over $20. And then our young adults for college age students up to 25. And our adult membership is about $59 a month. And then our family membership is $92, which includes 2 adults and their dependents.
Nice.
And so it's the nice thing about the Y is that it's all monthly, month to month. There's no contracts. You're not locked into a year. You can cancel any time, and we just want to make it convenient for folks.
Absolutely. And from what I hear, you guys have a garden?
We do, yeah. We one of our what we call buckets is social responsibility, and so at the Valley Shore Y, one of the things that we do for that is we have a pretty large community garden. Mm-hmm. We have over 30 beds. Okay. They're all sponsored, so none of the membership dues go towards the garden. It's all done through donations and grants. And it's all led by, mostly led, by we have 2 staff that are in charge of it. Our Director of Finance and Administration is Debbie Quinn. Okay. And she's like our lead staff who kind of makes sure it's all organized. And we have our garden coordinator, Judy Nibs, who's out there every day weeding and making sure that it's in good condition. And then we do everything else with our volunteers. And so a couple Saturdays ago, we had our build day. We had 19 people come out, and we rototilled, weeded, rebuilt the beds, spread wood chips, and just made sure we were ready for our planting day, which will come up on May 14th this year.
Very soon.
Yeah, before you know. I can't believe we're already in May.
I know. And once the crops start to harvest, Where's the food go?
Yeah, that's a great question. So, we're very proud of it. So what we do, we raise over a ton of food and we give it all away. So on Monday nights, we have our harvest night. And so we have our volunteers come out. We've had Vista Life Innovations send volunteers. We work with different organizations and just try to get them to come out with volunteers. They'll harvest. And then on Tuesday morning, we bring them right over to St. Mark's in Westbrook for the food pantry. And we're able to, that way folks are able to get fresh produce when they go there. And last year we were able to give away over 3,000 pounds of fresh produce.
Holy cow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing. So this has been, I think our garden's 7 years or 8 years old now. So
wow.
Yeah, it's
a lot of work, but it seems like it's a lot of fun too.
Yeah, it's great. It's great. When the weeds start coming up, that's when the work really gets
oh,
kicks
trust
in.
me.
Yeah.
Trust me, I know. My mom, my dad, and myself ended up having to, on Saturday, my dad got a thing of a couple of yards of mulch.
Oh, yeah.
So we ended up pulling everything out. And I got home from a meeting. My dad was like, "Where are you going?" I'm like, "I don't know why." He's like, "Go get changed. Come on out. I need a hand."
Yeah.
Okay. Sure.
Yeah. We find that many hands make light work. That's what we
absolutely.
say. So, but it's been great. It's been great.
Absolutely. Now, for our viewers that don't know, Chris Pilato, who was the executive director of the YMCA Valley Shore, is no longer with the Y in Westbrook.
That's right, yeah. So after 9 years, Chris has moved on, and now he's the CEO of the Connecticut and Rhode Island YMCA Alliance. And so in his new role with YUSA, he's like a consultant and provides resources and support to all the Ys in Connecticut and Rhode Island. And so though he's not, with the Valley Shore Y every day, I get to see him quite often, and he still is. He's still as accessible as I need, and make sure that the Y is still running, and still really cares about our community. So he's I see him multiple times a week, and he's stopped by a few times. And so,
nice.
Yeah, it's good to see him.
Absolutely.
That job, he's made for that job. So he's great.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He's just he loves to help the people and investigate and research, and then give folks the proper tools. And so he was made for that job.
Absolutely. Now, what exactly does the alliance that he's in charge of do?
Yeah, so they do a number of things. So, even though we're an independent YMCA meeting or an organization, meaning that we have our own board of directors, we don't get financial support from any other like YMCA entity. We have to raise our own money. We have to make sure that our own revenue growth is through ourselves.
Yeah.
But we do pay dues to YUSA, and part of those dues to get our membership charter.
Okay.
And part of those dues go to paying for salaries such as Chris, and making sure that if we need to engage, if our board is thinking about doing another capital campaign, or invigorating our capital campaign, or doing a strategic plan, that he would be able to find those resources for us. Recently, it's been all about advocacy and making sure that we are communicating with our legislators, both locally and on the federal level, and making sure that the Y is in the forefront of folks' minds when they're talking about grants and funding, especially child care funding, which is becoming a very big thing for us and in all child care centers in Connecticut. It's just challenging to get staff, and staff want to be paid well, but in order to do that, you have to raise prices, and you got to keep childcare affordable for folks. And childcare tends to be the second highest bill that families in Connecticut have, and so we're trying to work with the legislators to kind of help ease that burden. And
obviously, you guys do a lot of good work, especially in the community.
Yeah, we try to. Yeah. We try to be involved in the community. A few years back, we did a community assessment to find out what the needs of the community were at that time, and we learned that we had a large population of folks that were afflicted with Parkinson's disease. So we were able to start a new program called Delay the Disease. And we had over 40 people pre-pandemic participating in that regularly. And now we're building back up. So we're right around 30 folks that come and participate in that program, which meets twice a week throughout the year. But that's something that came out of that, as well as, when we were going through the pandemic, and even though we were able to open in June, in fall, a lot of schools went hybrid or remote. And so we were able to mobilize and turn our outdoors pavilion into an outdoor classroom.
Right.
And we had kids from Clinton and Old Saybrook out there, and had staff helping them log into their Chromebooks and helping them make sure they got on their Zooms properly and making sure they were getting their work done. And then they got to go, play outside and play soccer and go swimming in the pool and stuff. And so that was a really neat program for the fall.
Now, are you guys open to full capacity?
Yeah,
right
yep. We are back at full capacity. We've the only thing that we still have is we still have reservations for our group exercise classes.
Okay.
And that's mainly just because those classes are filling up,
right.
and we want people to know if they have a spot before they come all the way down to the Y and try to get into a class. And so it just helps people with planning. But other than that, we are back to what we were doing. And as a matter of fact, we are now offering more swim lessons. More children are taking swim lessons today than they were pre-pandemic in 2019.
Really?
Yeah,
cool.
It's pretty neat. It's pretty neat.
And you guys have a new center that just opened as well.
Yeah, our new Brady Wellness Center just opened on February 21st.
All right.
It's a brand new state-of-the-art fitness and wellness center. If folks remember, the fitness center used to be downstairs. We closed that off. We have all brand new equipment, so all of our treadmills and elliptical machines are all brand new upstairs, along with all of our strength and conditioning pieces of equipment. And we have a big functional training space right in the middle too for folks to utilize. And so,
oh, cool.
Yeah, it's pretty neat. It's neat, and it's just transformed the whole energy of the Y. And so it's right there, right by the lobby, so it's on the same level, so folks don't have to go up and down stairs anymore. They don't have to worry about that. And it's bright. It's a big space. The equipment's brand new, and it's just a great facility for folks to come in and work out and see their friends and hang and be social while they're working out as well.
Exactly. Now is everything at the Y on one floor?
Yeah, pretty much.
Pretty much?
We still have our racquetball court downstairs,
okay.
and that's the only thing that's really down there. And we do have a private personal training room down there for folks that don't want to do personal training in our wellness center floor.
Okay.
But other than that, everything else is all on that one floor right now.
Tony, would you mind sticking around for another segment?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, we'll be right back.
Thank you.
Community TV, your neighborhood TV.
Publicly funded and a reliable partner for cable companies nationwide. It provides transparent coverage of local and state government, education, and public programming.
A digital town green that can be watched anywhere, anytime, and on any device.
Watch us on today's high-tech distribution methods.
Community TV in Connecticut.
Local,
unfiltered,
reliable, and yours.
Selling your home for quick cash? Not so fast. Better Business Bureau recommends researching investing companies before you do business with them at bbb.org. Make sure the company has an official name, phone number, and physical address. Read customer reviews, keeping a close eye on any complaints or reports of dishonest dealings. Remember, scammers prey on a seller's desire to make a quick sale by offering deals that seem too good to be true. When considering an offer, ask plenty of questions and don't settle for vague answers. Don't let anyone pressure you into making payments off the books.
Welcome back to this week's edition of the Pete Mezzetti Show. I'm Pete Mezzetti, sitting here with Tony Sharillo from the Valley Shore YMCA. Tony, welcome back.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you. Hey, Tony, we were talking a little bit about, before the break, the Wellness Center. Can we maybe talk about it a little bit more in the beginning of the segment?
Yeah, absolutely. So back in 2017, our board of directors decided that we should embark on a capital campaign and start to work on our facility. So.
Okay.
Our facility was built in 1975, and it was well loved. You know, we've had over 1 million visits. So if you could imagine what your house would look like after 1 million people have been through it, it gets a little worn. So we decided to undertake that. And then, obviously when the pandemic hit, it kind of, changed our approach a little bit. But we decided at that time that, we are going to continue with our fundraising efforts. We had a lot of donors step up and make sure that our vision was still going to be able to come true. And so we decided to break our full plan into different phases. And our first phase was our Brady Wellness Center, named after our lead donor, Robert Brady, Bob Brady. And so we started construction about 1 year ago today. And so it was a very aggressive construction timeline. We had to fill in the old pool, which was we weren't able to repair. So I know that there are some folks that remember that pool and are sad that it's gone, and as we are too. But we had a number of organizations come in and take a look, and they were just like, there's nothing you can do with this space but fill it in.
Yeah, right.
And so that's what we decided to do, and to utilize the big open area with the big beams in there and really highlight that area. And you know, we were able to pull it all together and open on February 21st. And so
nice.
It's been a wonderful addition to the Y. Yeah, it's been great. It's been great.
And now, one thing we didn't talk about in the first segment, what are the hours of the Y?
Yeah, so we are now back to pre-pandemic hours, and so we open now at 5 a.m. and we are open until 9 p.m. Monday through Friday.
Wow.
And Saturdays and Sundays we're open from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m.
Okay.
And it's a little bit shorter on Saturdays now, but a little bit longer on Sundays to kind of make up for it. So
Exactly.
Yeah.
And the wellness center's open the same hours?
Yeah, everything, when the Y is open, everything is generally open.
Gotcha.
As long as everything is, you know, we don't have a program in place. And so we do a lot of birthday parties and youth activities and stuff. And so every now and again we have to close things down or share the space.
Right.
One of our larger popular activities is our Friday night kids night out for kids that are 8 to 13 now.
Nice.
And they come on, their parents are able to come drop them off at the Y, and they have to go in the gym and play gym games, dodgeball. They can do arts and crafts. We have STEM activities. They go swimming in the pool, and just are there at the Y having fun, have the run of the place while being supervised by staff. And
Right.
and so parents can go and go shopping or go have dinner and just kind of have a quiet night for a little bit.
Hang out.
Yeah, exactly.
Hang out here with my kids. I'll be back in a couple hours.
That's it. That's it. Absolutely. Absolutely.
There you go.
Yeah.
So what else we want to tell people about the Y?
Yeah, you know, so that's the work that we did inside. The other exciting part that we did starting last year is we did a lot of work with our outdoor facility where our camp is hosted. So we have a camp called YMCA Camp Shore during the summer months.
Okay.
We built a brand new climbing tower that was completed in July of last year. And so we're looking forward to having a full summer of being able to utilize that. And the campers just love to challenge themselves on that and try to see, you know, how high or how fast they can climb up the tower. We renovated our pavilion, and so we replaced the roof and rebuilt our camp office and put some windows in there and just really kind of again, just spruced it up, made it look nice, and kind of represents the work that we do in there. And then behind the pavilion, we built a brand new basketball court. And so it's a whole new pad, it's painted, it has two glass breakaway rim basketball hoops on the side, and it's a really nice feature to have. And so that was built and completed after camp. So we're really looking forward to seeing that in use this year. And now that it's May, we're going to start redoing all the landscaping out in front of it too, and just making it look really nice and making it look attractive and like a property that you want to send your kids to camp to.
Absolutely. So it's got the breakaway backboards.
Oh yeah.
So in case you want to go dunk.
Yeah, exactly. Please don't dunk on them.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah.
Yes,
don't do it.
Yeah.
Don't.
But we're excited. The kids are going to love that. So it's colorful. You know, it's not just a black piece of pavement. It's like, you know, we use our Camp Shore colors. So it's, we're really excited for that.
Now, one of the other cool things that people don't know is when you're driving and you're going towards the shoreline and you're in Westbrook and you look on the side of the highway.
Yeah.
You see this big piece of property. What is it? I know what it is because I see it every day on my way home. Yeah,
so one of our initiatives was to cut down our energy dependency, and so we built a huge solar field out there, which has been we're starting to see now the benefits of having that field out there, and it's able to generate enough power to power the Y, as well as enough to even sell back to the grid, so it helps the grid stay stable during the summer months as well. And it was an initiative, again, we're just trying to make the Y more energy conservative, and we're just trying to be more energy conscious. And so we got a little bit of work left to do on that one too, because again, that was being built and then COVID hit and we haven't finished some of the landscaping that needs to go along with it to make it nice and pretty, and that's going to be done as well in the next couple of weeks, and we're just really excited about that. And you know, our partners Green Skies and Eversource and helping us make that happen.
Now, how do they figure out as far as energy use? How do they figure that out?
Yeah, so there's a whole bunch of meters and panels that I don't really understand in the back of the Y, but I do know where the kill switch is, just in case we need that. But
do you?
Yeah,
nice.
We have to all be trained on where that is. But so they just have a bunch of meters and stuff back there. But now everything is kind of electronic. And I'm sure they just
everything digitalized.
Yeah.
So all they got to do is hit the button.
Yes.
Boop, there you go. You're done.
Exactly. But that was a large part of our initiative, but we also have converted our propane Dectron unit, which air conditions our pool, to natural gas. We upgraded all of our lighting to LED lights, and including our parking lots. We installed timers to make sure that things are going on and off properly. So just trying to become more energy efficient.
Cool.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You guys are up to a lot of good stuff.
It's always exciting at the Y. That's what we say, and so we're always trying to figure out new ways to improve and new ways to help the community.
Now, as far as summer camp goes, is it full, or is there room?
Yeah, so right now we still have some room for summer camp, but the enrollment is and our registrations are way up over last year. So
excellent.
Last year was the largest year that we've seen in about 9 years, and this year we're outpacing that right now. And so we're really excited and looking forward to the summer. We have an opportunity as well to collaborate with Clinton Public Schools and work with them, and so we're putting in our application for our summer expansion grant this week with the state of Connecticut, and we're hoping to get funding for that program again. We did it last year, and it was just a great way for the kids that are in need to get some education and schoolwork done in the morning at Clinton, get bused directly over to us at camp, eat lunch, go swimming, and then play camp games, and then the buses take them home after the end of the day. And so
cool.
It's a really great program. So we're really looking forward to doing that again.
And obviously, you've got to go and fill out the paperwork for the state.
Yeah, all the good fun grant application. Yeah, and the window of time is pretty tight, but that was to be expected. So we were prepared for it, and so our application is pretty much complete. So.
Now, as far as summer camp, does it run all day?
Yeah, great question. So we run about 11 weeks during the summer. So the last week in June, which I think is June 27th this year, and we'll go till August 22nd, maybe, if that's a Friday, around that time. And then our main program goes from 8:45 to 4:15 every day.
Okay.
But we have AM care, or before camp care, and then after camp care. Before camp care starts at 7, and after camp care goes until 6 p.m.
Okay.
And so folks are able to, if they have to get to work, or drop their kids off a little bit early, and they can play games and hang out at the camp property, or stay late and get a snack, and same type of thing, play games and just kind of hang out and then go home.
Sounds like a really fun day.
Yeah, it is.
I'm sure you've observed it during the day.
Yeah, and I come from a camping background, so camp always has a special spot in my heart. So
I was going to say, tell us a little bit about your background. That's another thing we didn't talk about in the opening.
Yeah, I started working in the YMCA movement back when I was in high school in 1997, and worked at YMCA Camp Ingersoll in Portland, Connecticut, and loved that experience. I was able to, first I worked with what they call the middle boys, which was like the 4th and 5th grade boys, and it's kind of like Lord of the Flies back then.
Absolutely.
You go up in the woods, and we just had a great time. It was excellent. But I was able to move up, and really the most impactful experience I had with that was I was the teen adventure camp counselor one summer, and we got to take kids whitewater rafting and rock climbing up in New Hampshire, and camping for week-long periods of time, and it was just a great program, and it really I really learned to appreciate the impact that we were having on kids, and the impact that the Y was having on folks. And so when I went back to school, I shifted my degree from engineering to youth development or developmental psychology, and got my degree there, and started my YMCA career at the Northern Middlesex Y in 2001 as a youth and family director, and just made my way through.
Nice.
And here I am. Yeah.
And here you are. You like where you are in Westbrook?
I love it. One of my passions is I always try to just help people and do good things, and I truly believe in my heart that's what we're doing at the Valley Shore Y. Is we've got a group of people who want to do good things and want to make a positive impact on the community. Everybody from our board of volunteers, our board of directors, who are all volunteers, all the way up to our paid staff. We all have the same shared mission, and we're trying to just get things done, get it done. So.
How many staff do you have?
So we have 10 full-time staff, and about 10, just under 10 full-time staff, and about 80 part-time staff. So, and that's our big challenge, is finding part-time staff right now. But we're constantly trying to work with the school systems and develop different pipelines and get them in here.
I was going to say, it's tough to find people who want to a lot of work.
Yeah, it is. It is. But when you're doing good things, you find the right people, and it becomes contagious. It really does. And so they tell their friends, and then that's the best part about it is when groups of friends come and start working together. It's wonderful. So
I know a friend of mine was one of the directors at Bushy Hill.
Oh yeah,
and Ireton.
Yes, that's a big property.
As a matter of fact, Glenn from Bushy Hill was here not long ago.
Oh, okay. Excellent.
We're talking about that. That's a good program.
Yeah, I hear very good things about their program. Yeah, it has a great reputation.
Absolutely, and of course, you guys are. With the programs are all open to the public. All they got to do is go and register online. You can't just walk in and say, "I'm here."
Yeah, so if we have an opening, we'll take you. But we always recommend pre-registering, only because right now our programs are just being filled to capacity pretty regularly. So you can visit our website at vsymca.org and see what we got available. And we'd love to have folks and love to meet people and have them come in and see our new facility.
And on the website, what can people find? What kind of information?
All sorts of information. Everything? Yeah, everything from our membership to what our amenities are, what you have, and the benefits of being a member, to all of our programs, our after-school programs, our youth programs, our group exercise schedule is also on there, so you can see what type of programs that are all included in the membership and part of that whole thing. So,
cool. Well, Tony Sharillo from the YMCA, thanks for your time, and we'll see you again soon.
Well, I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Tony. On behalf of Tony Sharillo, I'm Pete Mezzetti. Thanks, good night, and we'll see you next time.